Welcome to the Power Friendship Podcast. I'm your host, Heather Gaines, Mr. Davis, Mr. Nasty. Sarah's back. We're here to talk Stranger Things. We cut all that jibber jabber. All right, Conformity Gate, Divorcegate, all the gates have been open. We are here to talk about Stranger Things. Hit the like and share button. Tell your mom and dad you love us. All that good stuff. Bow. All right. First off, how'd you feel about the Stranger Things finale?
It was dog water. It was terrible. I hated
Okay.
it. And I'm a
Okay.
lover. I'm a lover. I want to love things. And I always look for something to love. But like I said the last time, if you're going to make me wait 3.5 years, it better be worth a 3.5 year wait. That was not worth a 3.5 year wait.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
We got
Okay.
nothing. And people are misunderstanding plot holes and bad writing. Plot holes are one thing was said in one spot and then another thing was said in another spot and they conflict. But we really just got a lot of weak writing. We got no Demogorgons. We got no other monsters in this entire magical world we've suddenly decided exists. And the Henry fight took all of 10 seconds. I don't understand why Will wasn't in pain. I still don't really get why we needed the children. That's not plot holes. That's just bad writing. Period.
I was like, I'm lukewarm on it. I'm like, all right, man. But then I'm jealous of somebody that's my friend Rashad. He's watching it strictly straight through, and I'm like, maybe he'll have a different opinion because it's
Yeah.
hey, I can watch it straight through and through. But I also was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I
To me, a plot hole is the whole flashback in Henry's memory when he's in the high school and they're like, well, he knew Joyce and Hopper. What? Wasn't he taken as a kid with the other kids? He
I was
was taken
like,
as a baby. How long has this program been going on?
I said, okay. I was like, you know what? I was like, all right. I'm a guy. I'm a guy.
Yeah. I was like, there's so much. Just add to the list.
It was like I was very overwhelmed. I was like, okay, what are we doing here? Will's because
Yeah.
Will's one of my favorites, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get all this extra stuff, and I was like, oh, cool. I was like, they've beaten up Vecna. Shouldn't Will be like ooh
Yeah,
ah?
that's what I thought. I was like, hold
Oh
on,
no.
because they're connected right now. And
Mhm.
but he honestly, when Joyce was in I've just been calling it Planet X. I know it's the abyss. I've just been saying Planet X. I
Yeah.
don't know why. It just feels
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when she's like, no, my son, I was like, oh, Joyce, this is a jump scare. I didn't realize she was there. I
Where you been
completely
at?
had no
Yeah.
idea.
That would have made it more complicated because, oh, we're hurting. We're about to kill Vecna. We about to kill Will too. Whoa, what do we do? That would have
Yeah.
brought some little bit complexity to the thing. And I also, I'm just like, fuck. I didn't know
It was
what
just
the,
it just I felt like it was such a, and the reason I was so invested, I had a bunch of people ask me well, why are you hate watching it? Because this was a cultural phenomenon that I was there
yeah,
when it started.
you
I
gotta finish
don't
it.
quote the old magic to me, which I was there when it was written. I watched the premiere of this and I gotta see it through. Even with books, I rarely drop a book. I rarely put it down and don't finish it because I'm I'm
I
muscling
love
through
it.
this.
I
It
love
got
it.
my
I love it.
attention. There's something of value even in watching something I dislike, even in reading something I don't
Uh,
like. There is value in not liking it. And
yes, yes,
that's
yes.
I'm
You always
I'll
want,
get something
yeah.
out of this.
Look, you can learn any bad movie, anything bad that you can always learn something from something. Always learn something
Bad
from
art
something.
is important. Bad art is important
Yes,
because if you don't have
yes.
bad art, you don't know what good art is. If you don't have bad
Mhm,
TV, you don't know what good TV is. And I think Stranger
mhm.
Things finale was it was such a blatant, this is where we've gotten to with television that we have to break it down so much that it's not enjoyable to watch anymore. And that was such a front and center, most stripped down version of how far TV has fallen backwards into
Right.
the focusing on your small screen and writing it for people that aren't paying attention, that everyone's wait, this is really bad. And it's yeah, no, this has been happening. You're just getting on the train. I've been on the train. I'm in first class actually. And welcome to coach, baby.
When did you start noticing the downfall? When did you start noticing the downfall?
Oh man, honestly, when they canceled Archive 81, I was like, why would you cancel that show? That show was amazing. It was written so well. And then I think I watched God, what was there was some really popular Netflix show. I can't remember what it was. Dude, God, it was one of their stupid action shows. I watched it and I was like, why are they telling me everything that's happening? They're just telling me things. Yeah, I know. I've been watching it with my eyes.
They make movies for when you're on their phone. They make movies like this when you're doing this. They
Yeah.
make movies.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
It was Bird Box.
oh,
That's when I started to realize, like, something's changing.
oh,
I was watching Bird Box, and
uh-oh.
then she's, like, blindly groping through the air, and she's like, "I can't see anything." I'm like, "Yeah, girl, you're wearing a blindfold." Like, yeah, that's it's on the cover of the movie. And I'm like, "Why would they
Yeah,
tell us
I was like,
this?"
why are you making me? Am I dumb? Are you making me feel like I'm dumb? What are you
Yeah,
doing
and
right
then I'm
now?
like, "Hold on. Is something going on?"
Yeah, because people said they was true. And I was like, they're making movies for people just to be like in the background and
Yep,
not really.
and they've
I was like,
realized, like, people are on their phones, and I'm like, I can't, like, I just don't if you're and there's things that you watch, like, passively, right? And this is where I think, like, there's a distinct categorization in television that people have forgotten. Like, you have
mhm,
your good shows, and we used to see this with, like, you've, like, Breaking Bad, right? And that's a show you sit down and you watch, and you're like, "I'm locked in," and no one is touching their phones, and everyone's, like, there, and then you have, like, Gilmore Girls, right? Where you're like, "Oh, yeah, I'll turn that on while I clean the house." There are there've always been this, like, varied tier of show of, like, show that's really strong that you
uh,
sit and focus, and show that you kind of, like, turn on and are half present for, but you can still follow because it's really, like, inconsequential if you don't pay attention. And Netflix has just decided all shows are that second tier. And I'm like, "No, this has always been TV culture, if you will. Like, this has always been the way that it is." And it's just they're trying to squish everything into one, and it's just like you can't expect to have, like, this strong show while you're using that kind of second tier passive writing. Like, they
hmm,
don't work. They conflict, and, like,
right.
I just worry that, like, I started rewatching Better Call Saul, and I'm like, "We're never gonna get this again. We're never gonna get it again."
Oh, oh, fun fact, I gotta watch that. I never watched Breaking Bad.
It's so
Wait,
they're
I'm a
both so
liar.
good.
I have. Okay, I stopped watching after Christian Ritter died. I think
Okay, yeah, it
that's when
does
I stopped
not
watching.
calm down after that. That show just
I was like,
goes. It
this
goes
is
one speed.
sad. This is sad.
It was meant to
I
be, like,
said
morally,
no.
like I love that show because it's such an examination of morality. When people talk, like, morally great characters, I'm like, "Oh, Walter White, yeah."
Yeah, that motherfucker was a villain. I couldn't tell he was a villain or I couldn't tell. And I was like, oh, when he did,
Exactly.
I was like, I
Because like,
said,
you can
brother.
kinda see his point, but it's really self-serving.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you're right though. But okay, Stranger Things. Who's your okay? Who's your character?
Oh, man, Nancy's my favorite character. I think Nancy's an ass kicker. I think
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
loved her. I actually think she was the only character that I really felt, like, satisfied with at the very end of the
Hmm.
series. Like, I love
Okay.
Steve and Dustin, don't get me wrong, I do love them, but Nancy's my favorite just because like, her arc was so strong and, like, it was so good, and even in the very end, like, they didn't I feel like she was one of the few characters they didn't mishandle in the very last episode.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. We can talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Who did they mishandle? Dude, I got.
Yeah,
Okay.
other than
Okay.
that haircut, they did not mishandle her. But I think she did really well,
Okay.
and, like, I felt like they did right by Will. I feel like once Dustin and Steve had their, like, big moment, I loved that moment with them in the stairs. Like I said, I'm a lover. I'm gonna find things that I love about
Yeah.
stuff I hate.
Yeah.
Like, that interaction with them when they're trying to, like, reconcile what happened and, like, Dustin's fear that Steve is gonna die too. Like, I was like, "Oh, what a beautiful moment." Now we can watch their reconciliation, like, how that changes their dynamic. No, we just had that moment between them, and then that was it. And I'm like
He was about to. He was gonna die though. He wasn't gonna die. Cause I was like, oh shit.
actually
I like
said,
that they
like
showed that.
I was like, "You're doomed. You're doomed, Steve. It's either you or Dustin,
I thought
not
yeah,
both."
that is. I also I find it weird that they never killed like anybody not like him. I guess one of the kids in the show. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
and
kind
not
of
like
felt
I'm
weird to
thirsting
me.
for blood or anything, like, I don't
Yeah.
need to but they and this is the thing, I saw a bunch of folks, their takes online were like, "Why do you need someone to die?" Because the Duffer Brothers said it. They said it. Here's
Yeah.
the thing, they set the precedent for all the criticism they're receiving. If they had just shut up,
Yeah.
if they just shut their mouths, I think it would've been okay. I think it would've been a lot less bad. But they're like,
Yeah.
"Someone important's gonna die." And it's like Kali, the character we saw 1 episode, and then they ham-fisted into this one, like, for 4 episodes. And I'm like, "This is cannot be what you mean." And, like, also they're like,
Cause I was like,
like, Vecna dies, I'm like, "Is that it?"
is that it? And they was like, it's gonna be a dark Christmas. I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
Was
man.
it?
I was like, wait, what? I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, "For
okay,
who?
cool.
For you guys? Because now we're all mad at you? Like, that makes sense."
Yeah, it's so weird that it's like I was like, oh, okay, someone's gonna die, right? And then like they black out to fade to black, and then with the Steve thing, I said, oh, whoa! I said, and I was like, Okay, nobody
Yeah, and I'm
dies.
like, you
Nobody dies.
guys said, like, it's not that we're thirsting for blood. It's like you guys said someone important was gonna die. This is not our fault. We're not a bloodthirsty audience. You guys set a precedent. Like, this is why I keep telling people just set the barest minimum of expectations of something. Like, be very
Okay.
clear about your expectations every single time. Because if you set an expectation you can't reach, you're gonna get blowback. But if you say nothing and let people set their own expectations, they'll get mad at themselves, not you.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I didn't know what to think. I was like, he was like, my dude was like, my friend was like, "Are you gonna see it in theaters?" I was like, "Let me watch the first volume first, and then let me
Oh,
see
yeah.
what's going on. Let me see what's going on." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just watch, let it rock out in
That's
theaters,
how I
let it
felt.
rock out by itself." And I didn't want to pay for it. I was like,
I
nah.
had a couple friends who went to go see in theaters, and they were like and I actually appreciated that. A couple of them were like, they didn't love the finale, but they loved the experience of, like, watching it together in that big group, and I'm like, "First of all, that's the magic of movies. We should be going to
Movies,
the
yeah,
movies more."
yeah.
But,
Go
like
to the movies, please,
yeah,
please.
go to the
Let's go to the
movies. It
movies.
is a different experience, and we've, like, forgotten that feeling of, like, being in a community, and I think we've forgotten, like, there is actual and this is gonna sound so woo-woo, there is actually some indomitable energy that exists when we're all physically together, and, like, you can feel other people, like, tense up, and you can feel,
Yeah,
like, breath being held and people cheering, and even if
yeah,
you're not enjoying
yeah.
it, you're still going to experience, like, the joy and the rush of those emotions. I get this way when I go see live sports, like, I don't care about sports at all, but when I'm there, I'm locked in and I'm cheering and I'm so excited because being with people is, like, so much fun. Like, I don't
Yes.
care if I don't follow
Yeah.
sports. This is fun.
Yeah, it's like the power of friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
It's
almost
awesome.
like being
Awesome.
around people has a real genuine power.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Yes, live
Yeah.
events is fire. Speaking of live sports events is fire. I saw wrestling once. I saw wrestling a couple times. Pretty lit. Pretty lit live. Pretty lit live. But yeah, I just okay. So Nancy's your favorite character. What's
Yes.
your favorite moment of the season? Of this season?
Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, I think it was, like, all the Dustin and Steve moments. I think those were my favorite moments because, like, I felt like
Okay.
somehow, I don't know if it was the actors or the writing was just stronger for them, like, they really
Okay.
felt, like, real to me, and that was, like, the one relationship that they didn't have to re-explain, and maybe that was what it was, like, I felt like
Okay.
every time a new set of characters like, every time an existing set of characters was on screen, they'd be like, "Here's 10 minutes of exposition about our previous relationship and why we care about each other," and Dustin and Steve are the only ones I didn't really do that with, and, like, they
Okay.
let my remembering the emotions that those characters made me feel surface again, and that helped me be more locked in on that relationship. So, like, when they were arguing, I was like, "Stop fighting, you guys. The girls are fighting. Oh my god, stop fighting." And then when they finally made up, it was like this really intense, meaningful moment, and, like, it felt like this is exactly the thing a traumatized kid would fear, and this is exactly how that fear would manifest. And so I thought that moment where they, like, made up was really important, and I think it was, like, very well handled and very well done, and it was exactly, like, what a kid would go through and how another, like, close enough mentor kid would probably respond. And, like, Steve was very
Okay.
human. Of course, he snapped, like, "Eddie kinda sucked, actually." Like, yeah, that's what jealousy and envy and hurt and pain make us do and say ugly things, and I thought that they handled that very
Mhm.
well. So I think that was my favorite moment is their reconciliation.
Okay. Awesome. Is there something that you want to happen that, like, give me some things you want to happen in Stranger Things?
Man, there was so much that I, like, was hoping would happen. I wanted a longer, like, crazier fight. I really was hoping that the fight with the Mind Flayer would be, like, crazy. I will also say the design for the Mind Flayer was sick. That was awesome. I thought the design was really cool. So whoever was like, "The shadow version was cooler." I think you're wrong. I disagree. It was cool. It looked rad. But, like, I was really hoping we'd get this, like, something to I was hoping we'd get, like because there's always so much with getting in your mind, right? So I was like, maybe there'll, like, be a
Uh-huh.
mind battle. Well, they'll have to discern between, like, reality and illusion, and this is gonna be part of the fight, and the mind flayer is gonna, like, trick them, and, like, we're gonna see them resolve emotional conflicts that were, like, long standing under the surface. I was really hoping for, like, this emotionally complex use of illusion and memory, and they're like, "Hack head off, kill monster." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. So what are all those powers for? What do we do all the powers
Alright.
for?"
Okay. Cool. Okay, I was like, because I was like, "It looked cool. It looks sick. I wanted more of that." They brought my
More.
girl Max back. Shout to
Yes.
Max. Shout
Thank
to Max.
God.
Okay.
I was really
That
happy
was
they
my
brought her
goat.
back.
Shout out.
I do love Max as
'Cause I
well.
was like,
Max was like,
yeah,
oh yeah.
Max is like my favorite. Max is my favorite character. Max and I like Luke and Max together. It's my favorite. I just love them together. Just
Yeah.
watching them, just interact with each other. It's cool. Who's the best actor on the show?
Ooh, man, the best actor on the show. As much as people are like criticizing everyone, I actually do think that like most of the actors are strong actors. They just had weak writing. So like I think David Harbour is really great in this role. I think he's a great actor. I think the kid that plays Dustin is also really good. And I love Joe Keery. I think he's great. And then like Natalia, what's her name? Robinson? I can't remember her last name.
Mm. Natalia Dyer.
Yeah, her.
Natalia Byer.
Yeah,
Natalia Dyer.
that
I'm
that girl,
sorry.
Nancy.
I'm
Nancy.
sorry.
She's good, yeah.
Mr. Blicky.
I
Mr.
can't remember the
Nancy with
actor's
the
name.
boom, boom, boom,
I
boom.
think they were
With
like
the
I think they were like equally strong and like they were just working with rough material. Winona Ryder's a great actor.
okay.
She's won awards. Like we know she's a phenomenal actor. Again, she just had weak writing. You can
Mhm.
only outact bad writing for so long.
Okay.
Like you
Okay.
can't
Okay.
out
Yeah.
exercise a bad diet. You can't outact bad writing. It just is bad.
Amen. 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 Hey. All right. Listen here. All right. It's been Conformity Gate, Divorcegate, all types of gates. I was like, yo, I went down a rabbit hole.
Everybody
Y'all
did.
had me the first half. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause when I was like, when he said Divorcegate came, I said Divorcegate. I said, all right, I'm in. And then I said Conformity Gate. I went down like I watched so many videos. I
Yeah.
waited, sat there, waited, and I was like, you know what? Maybe they're right. The Duffer
There's
Brothers
no
are the Duffer Brothers that clever. Uh-huh. And I
that's
said,
yeah. Are they that clever is a good
that's
question.
crazy. Yeah, because I was like, that would have been some crazy stuff if they were like, I was like, we've never seen that before. You've seen this in books and comics. I've never seen this type of shit in any live action TV show. If you would have dropped that episode, I was like, all right, man, we in here. And I said, it didn't happen.
Yep.
Didn't happen.
And I think, like, first of all, I knew immediately that this was just like I have watched enough shows that were very popular that had endings people
Uh,
disliked, and I've watched us collectively hope as a society, please don't let this be real, that I was like, yeah, this is understandable. And there's a greater collective disappointment than we think, and we're not ready to process it as
mhm.
a group, and that's okay. And like, again, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I wanted to be wrong. I would have loved to be wrong. But like I
Mhm.
knew. And here's the thing, and these are my reasons why there's no possible way there's a secret episode. One, having people see it in theaters, if you dupe them with like surprise it wasn't the real finale, they are never going to trust you again. They are never going to go see it in theaters again. Like even if they're excited, they're now never going to trust you. And there's a type of breaking of
Yeah.
trust with your audience that like you can't recover and it's really important to maintain. And like, if you break the mold that the finale's not the finale, it's not just Stranger Things, it's every show they make now, they're not going to trust you. So they're not going to watch everything until they
Yeah.
know for sure that the finale's out. So you're going to lose people's watch numbers. And comes down to greed and business. And if you think about it from a greed and business
Thank you.
perspective, it is bad for business if they do that.
Yeah, yeah. This happened with a little thing called the DC Universe. We're not gonna the Snyderverse. He
Yeah.
dropped the movie. Then
Yep.
he made a whole said the movie didn't exist. There's another 4-hour movie. Yeah, now they don't trust you.
Yeah, exactly. Now they don't trust you. And like that's part of the
They don't
problem.
trust
Why
you.
would I go see a movie that's probably not the real movie?
That's what I'm saying. I
That's a
was
lot
like,
of
you don't
time.
understand. Imagine somebody telling you that, hey, this is not a finale, and then you go see another movie. Like, whoa, what is this? And it's like, I feel the Duffer. It's crazy that the Duffer Brothers. I would feel crazy like, yo, people think it's a real ending. And I'm like, damn it. But that was whoever started this, whatever. And I was like,
Amazing.
I believed it. That would have been fire if it was like, oh, secret episode at midnight. But I was just then the wife thing. The wife thing was crazy. Like the wife wrote,
Yeah. I
which
kinda believe it. I believe that one, I'm
okay,
sorry.
that's
That's a
what
conspiracy
I
I buy into.
I
Yeah,
was like,
definitely
okay.
makes sense to
I
me.
believe
I believe that.
that was the I believe that one. I was like, that makes sense because I've seen that in live action before.
Blind squirrels find nuts. Like, blind squirrels find nuts. I think that is a real conspiracy that is actually rooted in truth. Conformity gate, though, like,
Yeah.
the thing that I will say about, like, conformity gate and all this hope is, like, and this is gonna sound so, like, wistful and romantic. Like, I think it's really cool and, like, beautiful that we have such capacity for hope as people that, like, it's that infectious. Like, there's so much negativity and so much stuff in the world, but, like, the minute we start to, like, collectively hope, it catches fire so much faster. That's why, like, you think rage bait is a quick dopamine release, so is this, like, collective daisy chain of hope.
Oh my
It
god!
catches
Because
fire so fast, and I love that. I think that's
I was like,
beautiful.
I said, "Oh, what's happening? I'm in there. It's happening." And I said, "Oh yeah, divorce. You had me at Divorcegate because I was like, you fuck. That makes so much sense." And I was like, "Oh,
That
that'd
was
be fire."
real.
But I was so scared, man. But it's fine. There's another thing. It's just fine.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just like
alright, and, like
but it felt too eerie to be like for me when they were like everything's, "Hey, we're all together, guys, all cool," da, 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 da," and how they were sitting and then everything. I was like, everything feels so weird. It just feels
yeah.
like it wouldn't. I'm not saying
You're like, they
a grim
couldn't just,
ending,
like,
but just
dip like that. Like, yeah, they
yeah,
can.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, "Oh, hey guys, we're gonna be Hawkins forever, da, da, da,
Yeah,
friends," and I
nope.
was like, "Fuck." And then
I
11, I
just
don't know.
I don't know,
Do
do
you
you
think
think like,
11's? I mean,
there's, like that is actually something that I don't know if they intentionally did this. This is the thing. I don't know if they intentionally I think they just made a mistake and then, like,
yeah.
worked in their
She's like,
favor.
she's coming off the back of the truck. Oh
Yeah.
shit! I was like,
And, like,
she
I
definitely.
feel like I so I love when they give like, when writers give that kind of slight ambiguity. I think that's fun because it keeps you theorizing, it keeps you thinking, it keeps you
Yeah,
talking, and I
I
like that
bang with that.
everyone
I
can have
bang with
their
that.
yeah, that's great. I love that there can be,
I
like,
like that. I do
different
like that.
yeah, and this is where your theories get to live, and, like, I think that's fun, and, like, this is why by
Mhm.
appointment TV is so important to me, like, episodic releases, like, those weekly releases, that week span between episodes when it's like you
Uh-huh.
get to talk with everybody and you get to theorize, you get to be like, "Oh, I think I saw this, I think
Okay.
I saw this," and then
Okay.
you watch the next episode together as a collective, and you're like, "Oh, I was right," or, "Oh, I was wrong." It's that theorizing and that, like,
Okay.
using our brains together that's, like, so much fun, and so that ending I thought was really, like appreciated that they did 11, like,
Right.
ambiguously. Also, when Mike kept saying, like, 3 waterfalls, and everyone kept acting like I was crazy, and I'm like, that's a reasonable amount of waterfalls. 3 is very doable. Why are we acting like this is insane?" Like,
I was
he's
like,
not
"Okay,
asking for the
I'm with
moon.
it." Yeah, he asked for much. I'm like, "Okay, that's okay, Mike. I can see. I can. You can do that, Mike. That's possible." I was just like,
Iceland, like, yeah, I've been there. You can do it.
"Oh, yeah. Wait, you been to Iceland?"
But yeah, I went back in, April. I did a road trip around the island. It was so cool, it was beautiful, and that's when she popped out, I was like, "That's in Iceland, I think I've been there." I was like, "Yeah." It was really cool. It's a beautiful country. It is so beautiful. Expensive as hell, but it is very beautiful.
Oh, okay,
And road
dang.
trip
Because I
it.
was like, "Okay, yeah, but
Road trip it. Rent
okay,
the van, it's
road trip
cheaper to rent a
Iceland."
van and drive. Rent the van and drive. It's worth it.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But
I
yeah,
love
the
it.
show is. I just wanted more. That's all. More
Yeah.
pain. It's all so cool. You had me with Purple Rain. You had me. I was like, oh, ugh. I was like, a little bit. Okay. I was like, all right, all right, I was like, all right. But I was like, this is gonna end badly, right?
That's what I thought. I
And
was
it just
like,
goes,
"Someone's about to die."
yeah. When he shot her in the thing, and I was like, okay, we didn't
Yep.
kill anybody. It's fine. I just wish
Yeah.
they had murdered
I
somebody. So
wish they had
anybody. That's
fulfilled their
all.
promise. That's it. I wish they had fulfilled their
Yeah.
promise. And, like, we wanna
Yeah.
feel the hurt, right? Like, there's part of us that, like, leans into those moments of pain and emotion. Like, I'm a big reader. A lot of the books I read are emotionally devastating. Like, but I
Mhm.
know that going in, and I know that's part of the experience. Like, that's part of what teaches you, like, empathy and grief and, like, to, like, see this kind of stuff happen and what it does to the world. Like, we're not chasing trauma. Like, we just know that this is part of life, and realistically, this is probably what would happen. So, like, who is it and how does it affect everybody, and how do we process that grief together? Like, and also they said it was gonna happen. They said it was gonna happen, and then it didn't happen. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah, directors, anybody, just be like, yes, it might be chill. You never know. Just lower your
Yeah.
expectations. It might be chill. You never know. Just say
Bet bet
that. Don't go off the wall.
my
You go.
favorite
You go. You
phrase
say what you
one of
say.
my favorite quotes is, "Better to be thought a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt. Just be quiet."
That's yeah. Yep. I
Yep.
like that. That well said. I just look, keep it low key, relax, and just say, Well,
Yeah.
all right. Okay. Okay. What was your least favorite part of this finale?
My least favorite
Don't
part
don't say all of it. Don't say
No,
all of
I
it, but
can't
just
say
say
all of
like
it. I can't say
fifty.
all of it. That's true. That's not fair.
Episode 1 through 7. 1 through 7. Episode 1 through 9.
So, yeah, right? Like,
1 through 8. My
how
bad.
long
1
can
through
we
8.
do this?
My bad.
How long am I allowed to talk? Like, I got a notebook, actually. Let me go grab it. I take notes when I watch stuff. When I say I'm locked in, like, I like to focus. But yeah, just to keep track of stuff. Like, I do it for some books too. Yeah, I'm reading Malavan right now, and I'm like, I need a chart, and I need to write. Like, I have a giant whiteboard off to the side you can't see, and I'm like, I need to start
Okay.
filling this
Okay.
out and, like,
Yeah.
drawing webs.
I was struggling. I was like, okay, books are tough. Books are tough.
Some of
Books are
them
tough.
are big, but this one,
Yeah.
I think
I'm
my
learning. I'm
least
learning though.
favorite moment, like, I don't even know if anyone's gonna remember this moment. It was the moment that made me pause because I was like, "What just happened?" When Collie and Hopper are in the basement of the radio station, and they're having this conversation about Eleven, and she's yelling at him like, "You know what she has to do," and he's like, "I know," and she's like, "You haven't told her," and he's like, "It's not time. It doesn't have to be that way." What are you talking about? What are
Talking
you
about,
talking? What is this
hey,
conversation about?
the one time you don't explain nothing, brother. The one time you don't explain, you
I'm
don't
like,
explain anything. I'm like,
clearly didn't know what was gonna and why would Hopper know what's gonna happen? Why would Collie know? Why would he not tell her? She came up with the plan. It was just so, like, it was such a pointless conversation that had no, like, subject, object, or verb, and I'm like, "Well, what are you people talking about? What is this conversation even about?" And, like, that made me pause it because 'cause I'm like, "I need to dissect what I just heard because it makes no sense to
mhm.
me." So that was my least favorite part, was when they had that stupid conversation in the basement that had absolutely no point or purpose and was never spoken of again. And I'm like, "Cool, so you wasted my time. Awesome. Wasted my time."
I was like, huh, huh. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, stop talking. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
You're like,
Okay, what
"Okay,
are we doing here?
can you"
A lot of
they could have
episodes,
had
I was
any
just
other
like,
conversation.
yeah, yeah. Because I was like, come on, man, what are we
Yep, talk
doing here?
about
A lot
anything
of
else,
people were
man.
upset. People were upset. A lot of characters were missing from the finale. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm still mad about Barb. I ain't gonna forever
Yeah,
forget.
we
I ain't
never
gonna
I
forget.
really was hoping we'd have a full circle with Barb, and then we just got these weird little flashback or montage thingy, and I'm like, "That's
Yeah,
not."
yeah. At least that'd been cool if they all just showed up. Like, yeah, hey guys, but it's fine. We're
Yeah,
not,
like in Harry
it's
Potter when
okay.
the spirits of people show up, like, that would I would have accepted that. I would have been like, "Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird, but who cares? It's about a giant monster
yeah.
and a
That goes.
secondary planet through a wormhole. Yeah,
Hey,
we
that's.
can do
I
whatever
was
we
like,
want."
this. What if how you feel about Vecna's plan? How you feel about it?
I still don't really
Well,
understand what
my
Vecna's
player.
plan was. Like, what were you doing? You're gonna squish the
He was
worlds
trying.
together to destroy the Earth for what reason? What's our
Yeah.
motivation here?
Why are we here? Why are we here?
And, like, the
Why are
Mind
things
Flayer
stranger?
wanted it. Why? Because then if 2 worlds collide, would they not both collide? Why would only one of them swallow the other if they're both worlds going through a wormhole? That
Right.
was, like, really unclear to me. And, like, you can if you're going to lean on science and the science of wormholes and physics, you have to be willing to explain it to me like I'm 5. Like, you have to be able to explain it in a way that your audience can understand the threat. Because, like, I didn't understand the threat, and so I was like, "This feels like there's no stakes. This feels like there's absolutely no stakes to me because I don't understand the threat of this."
Are we just here? We just here.
Yeah, I'm like,
We just
"I'm
here.
along for the ride, I guess. I'm in too deep.
She
Can't
said,
turn back
"I'm
now."
just doing it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
just doing it
accept it
right
when it
now.
gets
It's okay."
there.
Because I was like,
It just
I see what
didn't,
we're
like,
doing.
and I like to think I'm not, like, I like to think I'm pretty smart. I learn stuff really quickly, and they're explaining everything, and I'm like,
Look, listen. I've seen your TikToks. You smart. I've never. I'll defend you. I'll defend you to the end. You one of the smartest people I know. I don't give a fuck. Look, listen.
"Thank you."
You. I was like, you had me like. I was like, damn. I'm good. I
I'm
spent
like, "It's
like at
not me,
least three,
Deppo
4
Brothers."
hours watching. I was doom scrolling for like 2, 3, 4 hours on your videos. Like I was like, this person's pretty smart. And they read books
Yeah,
too. Yeah, I was in
I
there.
talk a
I don't
lot.
hear everybody says. You smart. You smart. I don't care what everybody says. You smart. Okay, and you articulate well and all that good stuff. I'm like,
Thank you. And I'm just like,
yes.
"Deppo
I
Brothers,
don't
this is
hear.
your fault. I don't accept this."
Yeah, yeah. You're not being. You're not being the smart alligators. Dude. You're not. Okay. I don't hear anybody. I don't hear these jibber jabber in your comments about her not being smart. You just hating.
Yeah, I'm an ethical hater, though. I'm an ethical hater. I watch something all the way through, be ethical about it. Yeah, it just, like it's not hate, it's criticism, and, like, this is the thing I
Yeah,
think all they miss is, like, criticism comes from an inherent place of love. Like, you have to love something about it in order to criticize it. I'm a firm believer in that, and, like, if I don't love something, I'm not gonna waste my time criticizing it. Like, I just won't.
yeah,
There's no point.
yeah,
But if I'm loving something,
yeah,
I want it to do better. So I'm like, I want to offer it
yeah.
opportunities to
That's
do better. I do this with books too. That's why I rarely DNF a book because I want to be like, how can I write a review or post a review that talks about the areas of improvement? I'm like areas of opportunity. I'm an opportunist, right? And like even with Stranger
okay.
Things, I got upset because sometimes I felt like they were insulting the audience and like sometimes the
Mm,
writing like and I said this in a TikTok, but I think it's I just keep reiterating it. There was a point at which I'm like, the writers are just like, you wanted a finale here, damn. Like, let's just get to the end. And they just wanted to get to the prequels and sequels. And they're like,
here. Oh, you
yeah,
can't say it. Here, nigga, damn. That's what it is. Here, nigga,
yeah,
damn. Here you go. Here you
just
go. Here,
take
damn.
this
That's what I said.
finale, shut
I said
up. And
here,
I'm like,
here,
okay, why are
damn.
you mad at me, the viewer?
5 years. Mm.
Yeah. And like they acted like they were mad at me, the viewer, because they had to finish telling their story. And I'm like, don't
Yeah.
tell a story if you don't want to finish the story. Like, why would your medium be
Oh my God, why'd
storytelling
y'all
if you
watch
don't want
it?
to have to finish it?
Jeez, why would y'all watch my show?
Yeah.
God,
Like,
make it
God, what do you
popular.
leave us
God.
alone. Were they expecting to get canceled? Like, that's what I was like, did you not have a plan because you thought you'd be canceled?
No, Netflix is. Not Netflix is. Not 300 million viewers. Cancel. It's
Yeah,
over.
cancel it. Exactly. And that's I'm never gonna forgive them for Archive 81, 1899, and the OA. I'm never gonna forgive them.
Yeah. Yo. Archive 81's fire.
It was
81's
so
fire.
good. It was so
It's
good.
good.
And I'm like, why did we get and it ended on such a cliffhanger and it had such potential. And I loved the main character
Right.
in it and I
I don't
loved the
even.
mystery. It was all well 1899 I felt the same way. The whole time I was like watching it with a bunch of my friends and we're like, "Oh my god, what's that? What do we think that is?" We were having so much fun and then it ends and then they're like, "By the way, it's canceled." And I'm like, I'm going to burn Netflix to the ground.
So why are you like this? Yeah, a lot of the good shows, man. It's so bad. It's so bad.
That's why
I
I got
want to
back
hear
into books, man.
your review. Yeah, hey, do you think? Do you think
And
that's
cancel
hey?
books.
Look, listen. All right,
Well, you can, but not in the same way.
you can't. Yeah, you can't
You
do that.
can,
Yeah,
just differently.
as a you can do that. Can you cancel books?
Like, once there's a series ready to go, not really, but then, like, you could argue The Name of the Wind and Game of Thrones, like, those are technically kinda canceled. We're never getting the ending to those series, and I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I saw that man, and I was like, ain't no way he's
it's
living
not
past.
happening," and that's okay. I accept
Yeah,
part of the legacy and the beauty is gonna be that it never ended. I don't
I
know.
wanted to ask
We'll
him
see the
so
beauty
bad.
later.
I want to ask him so bad. Like, yo, bro, just be straight up. Did you have it written? What's going on?
I don't think he
What's
does.
going on?
Like, I was doing the
Yeah,
timeline, and it's been, like, 14 years for the Winds of Winter,
yeah.
and I'm like, "This man's not writing."
Is that the longest time a book has been ever taken to get done?
No.
No?
The Name of the Wind, the last book was released in 2009, and we're still waiting on the 3rd and final installment.
That's when I graduated high school. That's when
Yep.
I graduated high school, brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still
All
going.
right. Well,
Still waiting. And
well.
I'm
Okay,
and then he released, like, a little mini shorts he released, like, a novella, and I'm like, "Patrick Rothfuss, Patrick,
brother. You better
I
drop
need you
the
to just
book.
sit and write." And I understand they talked about both of them have had the same thing where, like, the pressure gets so big when you're that popular, and I'm like, "You guys gotta stop reading the comments. You're clearly reading the comments, you have to stop reading comment
Yeah.
sections." Like, every
Yeah.
seasoned internet
Don't.
veteran knows not to read the comments.
True. True. True.
Once it's
Don't ever
out
read
there.
the
I post
comments, man.
videos and then I'm like, what happens in the comment section is none of my business. And that's how you have to be.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
post it, leave it. It's a mic drop. That's
Mm.
exactly what it is.
Turn on notifications and just dip.
Yep.
Just dip.
I turn all
But
my notifications off. Posted something that was like, it got big, and I'm like, nope, that is not my problem. Yeah. And I'll respond when like it's first out there and fun. And then I'm like, this is fun comments. And then they take a turn. I'm like, all right, I'm done. That's not my problem
yeah,
anymore. You guys find one
I
to
was
go.
like, damn. I was like, okay, cool. Never mind. All right,
I
cool.
never like
Keep it a buck.
never expected it to go anywhere. And I was just like, I vent to my camera for myself, and that's it. And people take
Uh-huh.
a run with it. I'm like, great. I
Yeah.
like to make salient points
Do what
though.
you.
Like, I want to have like a well reasoned argument why I don't like something. And like, 'cause I don't
Okay.
like not liking things, and so when I don't like something, I wanna be able to clearly
Uh,
articulate why I don't like it, and if I can't, that to me is like, okay, if I can't say exactly why I don't like it, I need to investigate why that is, like, why can't I articulate it?
okay.
And is it just that, like,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
like the feeling it gave me, which is not the same thing as not liking it? I get very analytical.
Okay. Hey, I like it because I'm usually people are like you like everything. I say I do not like everything. I be like
No.
this shit's ass, but I was like, how do I explain this shit's ass without being disrespectful?
Yep.
I don't want to be like
And what do I
All right.
like
I just
about it? But, like, how can I
yeah,
salvage it?
and I think about I'm like, okay, what am I doing here? And I just like it's fine. I just don't, if I don't talk about it, I probably don't like it 9 times out of
That's
10.
how I feel, like,
But
if
if
you never
something,
hear a word about it, I probably didn't like it. And, like, I do this with
I'm like,
books because, like, I write as a hobby, and so I know how much goes into, like, these development of these stories, and it's very personal, writing's very personal. So if
right,
I am, like,
right,
having trouble finding something redeemable about it, or I know I can't honestly say something with enthusiasm, I'm probably never gonna speak about it. So if someone has recommended a book and I didn't like it, I just won't say a
yeah.
word.
Yeah. I'll be like, or a movie like, it's cool, guys.
Yep.
If you like it, I love it, or stuff like
I
that. I
love that
just
you
don't want to
love
be
it.
like one of them people. Yeah, I don't want to be one of the people that haven't watched a thing, and talk about it. I hate that. That grinds my gears, or
Yes.
just don't understand like, oh, or didn't watch or watch it like this,
Yeah. I will rarely talk
or
about show
people.
because everyone does it, right? Everyone does it, but I don't make
Yeah,
videos about shows I do that with because that's not fair. It's not a fair assessment of the show.
yeah. That's why I said I don't want to be that way. I'm like, bro, did you watch the full thing? Or people like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
'Cause
did
I
you miss
struggle with
that
that.
part?
Yeah. Yeah, cause I was like, "Alright, do I just" but I don't like I hate being a actually guy. I hate being that guy.
I know, me too,
I
but
don't wanna
sometimes
be
it's
that
fun.
guy.
Sometimes it's fun.
I know, okay, but I like how you approached it with the whole, like, analytical dad. I was like, "Okay, I gotta be more like" when I'm reading comics, I'm just like, "Write something down." So I'd be like, "Okay, this is the
Helps.
point, blah, 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 blah." Helps. That's what I think I need to do more, but yeah. But what's your
Be
rating for the
engaged with
show?
what you're doing. And there's, like I think, like, in all things, TV, movies, books, whatever it is, in all, like, consumption of media, like,
Mhm.
yes, watch stuff that is deeply cerebral and intense, but I think you also need to watch garbage. Like, read garbage, watch garbage.
True,
I watch Love
true.
Island when it airs, okay? And I watch it religiously. It is fun,
I
and
watched
it
it
does nothing
for the
for me.
first time. That was insane. I would crash out on that show.
But every time I watch it, I'm like, "What would I do?" And I'm like, "Crash out." I'd start screaming.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine to be like, "Hey, this is my girl," and she's, like, kissing, like, 7 other dudes. Like,
Nope,
in front of me, I would
I
freak
could
out.
not.
I don't know. That's a crazy
It
show. That's a
it
crazy
is
show.
I was calling it all summer the romantic Stanford prison experiment. Like, this is torture. This is a form of torture, and sociologists have already discovered this is a form of torture, and here we are.
Oh, that's probably I agree, yeah, 'cause I don't know because I was like, "Bro, I would never put myself through that. Nah, I'm
No, oh
good. You
my
catch
god,
me. Hell nah." I'm
not in a
emotional. I'll be
million
like,
years. And, like, I love the people and, like but I love why it's like a car crash, I can't look away. I watch Love Is Blind with the same lens. I'm like, "Car crash, can't
okay,
look away."
okay. I want Love Is Blind to go crazy. Like, I want Love Is Blind like some people with like one
I expect
arm or
it.
some crazy. I want all types of crazy stuff on Love Is Blind.
Yeah,
Okay,
give us more
y'all can do it.
spinoffs, like, give us weird like, they do that with The Ultimatum because I love watching garbage reality dating shows. It resets my
That
brain.
show's
I'm such a,
crazy.
like
That
I
show's
have a
crazy
very
too.
cerebral life, and so I watch a lot of garbage reality shows because it helps me, like, calm
That
down.
show's
This is why bad
that
art
show's
is
crazy.
important.
That show's crazy.
It's
That
insane.
show's
I'm
crazy.
like, if you have to go on a TV show to demand that your partner decide to marry you, just end it. Just end your relationship. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Hey. Yeah. Exactly. It's a wrap. You might as
This
well.
is
What
done.
are we doing
Yeah,
here?
wrap it up. This is over. Like, I feel that way in
This
real
is
life.
crazy.
The minute that I'm, like, with somebody and I'm like, I feel a need to check their phone, that's when I'm like, "Oh, I'm done. No,
That's what I
I'm not
told
doing
you.
that."
I was like, I leave my phone. I leave my phone out. What do? I'd be like, hey, I just leave my phone out. But like, if
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
don't
check
care.
it or ask me to see my phone, what the frick
Whatever.
is going on?
The
I don't
minute that
know.
I have
This
that
is so weird.
inclination though, I'm like, "No." First of all, I'm way that's so much energy to, like, feel that way all the time and
Yeah,
need to do that. I don't wanna
thank
do I'm
you.
really lazy.
I'm like, bruh, I'm not doing this. If you're in or not, what are we doing here?
That's
Just
like and
just
if
be
you're
straight
getting
up.
away with something, good for you. You did it. Like, you done it.
Yeah, it's not cool,
Congratulations.
man. Yeah,
Like and I'm
I
gonna
was
find
like, I
out.
was like,
That's the thing, like, I never worry. If something is happening, I'm gonna find out. It's gonna come out. That's just the nature of things. Like, I don't need to
Always,
sweat it.
always,
It's gonna come to me.
always, always. I'm like,
It's too much energy,
come
and
on,
I'm too lazy for
too
that. I
much
have so
energy.
many other things I wanna do in my life.
Look, Zach, I'm like, listen here, listen.
I can't be bothered. Like,
But
please don't
what do
make
you?
me care this much.
Hey, don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. Please don't make
Don't
me.
make
Don't
me
make me.
care
I don't
about
want to be
this.
Batman.
Like,
I don't want to be Batman right
there have
now. I don't
been
want to be a detective.
situations where I'm
I
like,
don't.
"Oh my gosh," I had, like, a this is related, I promise. I had, like, a conflict at work, and I'm, like, ardently arguing on work time, and I'm like, "I hate that you're making me care this much about work. I care you're making me care this much, and I really hate you."
I know. I know.
It's a job.
I'll be
It's
like,
work.
okay, cool. Okay,
It's
cool.
not that serious, and
Okay,
here you
cool.
are making me defend and
Yeah.
care, and, like, I don't come on. Don't we have families?
Okay, I like that. Yeah, exactly. I don't. I'll be like, fuck. Yeah, I had to for
I have
work. Yeah,
hobbies.
it's a
I
lot. I
wanna go
had to do
do
a lot of
them.
this. Yeah, it was the worst. I'm like, I hate it here.
I know. Like, it's not like I
But
put work is work, life is life, and life is where I wanna put all my
yeah,
care and energy,
afraid,
and I'm like, I keep
afraid
them
it. I'm like,
separated,
nah.
and I'm like, I have to
Uh
bring
huh.
life caring energy into
Hmm.
work caring, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
upsets me.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, or again. No. No. No.
Yep,
No. No.
throwing good
No.
energy after bad, man. I hate it.
Yep. Yep. All right. What do you give the rating of the season of the show? Okay, give me the rating of the season
Okay,
right
this
now.
season, I'm trying to be fair because, like, I go on a 5 scale, and I'm not one of those people that's like, "It was 6 stars." Why have a scale? Why have a 5-star scale if you're gonna give things 6 stars? Why have a 5? And if
Okay.
you're gonna have a half-star
Okay.
thing, if you're gonna do half stars, just do 10. Just do 10 stars. There you go. Um, so I think for this, I'd give it had redeemable moments, and, like, was it
Mhm.
fun to watch? Yes, it was fun to watch. Like, there were times where it was fun. Even when I was like I still had a good time even when I was, like, criticizing it and it was making me crash out. So I'll give it a 3. I think 3 out of 5 stars for the season is
Okay.
very reasonable. And, like, at the end of the day, I still watched it. I still had made me feel things, probably not on purpose. It made me have, like but it gave me something to have fun with. And so I can't be like, "It's 2 stars," and then also turn around and have fun talking about, like, the criticism I have. So I think 3 is a very fair and reasonable number to give it.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I'm at a 3 too because I'm like, I'm just like, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just not like, damn, but it's fine. But what do you give the whole series as a all?
The whole series, I do think the first, like, 3 seasons were, like, really good, and I still think about them. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
I thought they did some very creative stuff, and like, Stranger Things was a phenomenon, and I have to think about it, not let this finale make me forget that it was, like, a cultural phenomenon, and it, like, changed some things about the TV industry, and it changed things about, like, risks that people were willing to take and the perception of certain, like, genres, and, like, it brought 80s, like, pop culture back into the zeitgeist. It made it fun for people, so the series overall, I'll give it I think it's a 4-star. I think it's 4 out of 5-star series. This was just a 3-star
Okay.
season. And, like, every rose has its thorns. Every series has a bad season, and it's fine. 4 was kinda weak, but it was still good. I just think 1, 2, and 3 were so strong that, like, they can carry the team a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I give it like a 8. I saw it like 1 out of 10. I give it an 8. I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, would I watch it again? Man, I probably
Like, maybe
probably
for,
not.
like you mentioned, like, your friend watching it all the way through, and maybe his experience with the finale will be different. I might
Yeah,
do
that's why I'm
that.
like,
Yeah. Like,
oh,
maybe
it
it just
might hit the we don't gotta wait.
changes.
We don't gotta
Yeah.
wait. We don't
Like,
have to wait. That's why I was
maybe
like,
it's, like, that's how you should watch it, and they just, like because we were all watching it in real drop time, like, we didn't get that, but maybe that experience of watching it all at once changes something for me, so, like, maybe
yeah.
next year I'll do that. I'll give myself time to breathe and mourn.
Oh, Stranger Things rewatch. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Stranger Things.
Stranger
I'll
Things, we
do it.
were
I'll
all the
do it
way
with you.
through, we'll gauntlet it.
I'll do. I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you.
Yeah, we'll do
Deal.
it.
Okay. 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 Stranger
We
Things
got it, we're doing
rewatch.
it. I
I'll
think
do it.
that would
I'll do it.
help.
I'm down. Okay.
I'm just
Deal. Deal.
curious.
Deal. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, fuck. Imagine just being like, yeah. Then the next season, you don't gotta wait 5 years.
And never think about it
Boom, it's
again.
right there, and never think about it again.
And, like, I don't
Oh
wanna do
my
and, like, I'm a firm believer that, like, life is about perspective, and if you can find the right perspective, you can see, like, the joy or benefit or, like, some kind of, like, positive thing about something, and, like, I change
Mhm.
my worldview when I'm able to, like, change my perspective. So, like, maybe I will change my feelings on this show if I shift my perspective, and I think the only way I can do that is, like, a Gauntlet rewatch. That's, like, the only option that's open to
Mm,
me. So, maybe that will shift my
yeah.
perspective, and I will be more generous with the last 5th season.
How many episodes you gonna watch a day?
Probably just 1. I tend to just, like, 1 a day. So, like, it'll be, like, a month long. It'll
Okay.
be 40 days of watching Stranger
Okay,
Things.
yeah, be nervous. I was like,
40 days
you
of
gotta
Stranger
finish the
Things.
whole season. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I guess
Oh, no.
I
I
get
try
it.
not to binge
Okay.
watch. Like, find that when even if it's just 1 episode a day, I find I retain way better and I have more fun with the show, and, like, I
Okay.
there's so much stuff getting canceled, and, like, watching 8 episodes in a day is very doable on, like, a Saturday, and then what? Then you have nothing. Then what do you do? And then you run
Yeah.
out of stuff, and then you're like, "Okay," and then I'm gonna doom scroll and poke my phone and rewatch stuff. I don't like doing that. I've shifted my habits, so I grab books, and I'm like, "Just read books, girl." And, like, that's worked out great for me, but, like, I don't like running out of shows, and I felt like I'm out of shows lately, which feels insane because
Yeah.
there's so much
You got,
content.
yeah, so much, what was it? Pluribus is out.
Yeah,
The
Pluribus. I watched the
Pitch.
finale. It was
Was it alright, was it good? I gotta watch it.
The
I'm gonna
show's
see the
really
first
good.
episode.
The finale, it didn't feel like a finale, but maybe it's because I wasn't watching it. I didn't realize it was the finale, so maybe that was me not realizing, and that's why it didn't feel like a finale. So,
Okay,
I was
okay,
like,
okay,
"Oh,
'cause
that
I wanna
was
watch
oh,
I wa
shit, okay." But I liked the show. I thought
okay,
the show was really good, super original. Vince Gilligan he's great. Also, I'm super biased because I am watching Better Call Saul, which is another Vince Gilligan show.
okay,
He's just my guy
okay.
right now, I guess.
That's your guy. That's your guy. That's your guy. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I don't
love it.
know.
Okay, okay.
Loves New Mexico.
Yeah,
Loves
this
New Mexico.
okay, okay, cool. Because there's a lot of good shows out there. I'm like, I
There
got some
are.
time. I'm gonna watch His and Hers came out, like, this week or something? It was, like, with John Berthal and, what's the girl name?
Yeah.
No! It's John
Mr.
Ber
and
yeah,
Mrs.
that
Smith?
show it's kinda like that, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's called His
Okay.
and Hers, but it's on
His and
Netflix.
hers.
It's like a murder mystery, and I said,
Ooh, fun. I love those kinds of
"Okay,
things.
okay,
And there's
okay,
Fallout
I'm
season
down. It's
2
on
I haven't
Netflix."
started. Like, we got stuff. I haven't
Yeah,
watched The Boys' most recent
yeah.
season. I've got things. I'm trying to
Hey!
make,
Okay,
like
okay, you got
I'm
time?
trying to make, like, 2026 is, like, my year of closing loops. That's what one of my friends called it, my
Okay,
year of closing loops.
okay,
So, like, I am gonna focus on watching what's on my watch lists and, like, actually not waiting because 'cause I'm always like, "The mood's not right." Screw the mood. I'm gonna just sit down and start a series that's been waiting for me to watch it. So I'm trying to close all the loops on things. I'm
yeah,
finishing, like, getting
okay,
caught up on seasons, getting caught up on series,
okay,
wrapping up stuff, finishing out my watch list. Like, don't add new stuff.
okay, alright, I love it, I love it, I love it. But thank you, always, forever. Thank you for coming on the show. Stranger Things, Deformity Gate, not Deformity Gate, Conformity Gate,
Why not? Do
Divorce
both.
Gate. We have all
Have one
it's
thing.
all these games Stranger Things put us through is ended. Thank you for listening. Tap into your mom and dad like button, share button. Have a good day. Peace. Mwah! Yeah, Imma just wait, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.